The last week or so has been extremely disappointing for the GTA community, as there seems to be a lot of anger boiling over the fact that an announcement or reveal, a teaser, or just anything GTA 6 related has yet to happen from Rockstar Games, who obviously is still working very hard on this new installment, and things obviously that they're taking their time with this. And it does seem like they're changing their marketing up, and it does feel like they're not going to be taking an approach that they've taken in years past. What do I mean by that? Well, there was a reason why everybody thought that this October, as people were calling it Rocktober, we were going to see an announcement for GTA 6, and that's because of precedent. GTA 5 was notoriously first teased, I think, October 25th or October 26th, back in around 2011. Red Dead Redemption 2, that was also announced towards in the middle of the month, and then there was a reveal trailer, I think, around October 20th. And then even more recently, the GTA Trilogy Definitive Edition, that was first teased, I believe, around October, the beginning of the month. So a lot of people thought that Rockstar would have this big announcement saved for this time of the year, something that a lot of us have been waiting, and a lot of this also goes with the fact that Take-Two Interactive, the parent company of Rockstar Games, has indicated that GTA 6, at least internally, is set to launch sometime next year, or at least during fiscal year 2025, which I believe does go into 2025 to like March. So again, fiscal years, they work different than regular years, financial stuff, but right now the wait for Grand Theft Auto 6 does continue, and we have articles like this coming from GameSpot, surprised GTA 6 didn't have a big reveal after baseless speculation, and I would push back a little bit on that speculation part, but to be fair, Rockstar Games is going to come out of the middle of nowhere with the next reveal, although there was always some indicators of when an announcement is going to be made, like Red Dead Redemption 2 in 2016, a lot of us were expecting to see something before the inevitable Take-Two Interactive investor call, and that happened, but that was a couple weeks beforehand, and now the next Take-Two Interactive call is actually in about a week, and the reason why some people are still hopeful that we'll see something in the coming days is because of the precedent. But the issue with that is the fact that Rockstar Games likes to have these big build-ups. With GTA 5, they had about a week before the first trailer, but they had that for, I think the logo was revealed first, and then Red Dead, obviously in 2016, it was a similar thing. They had that notorious red background, they changed their logo, and then about 4 or 5 days later, they officially had the trailer released. With GTA 6, I imagine we're not going to see anything different than that, so if we are going to see an announcement, it would be coming maybe in the next day or so, and then maybe a trailer early next week, but it just seems extremely unlikely, and it seems like we're going to be waiting until 2024. But people don't feel very happy about that, because Rockstar Games, in one of their recent posts, a lot of people again waiting for that GTA 6 notification. Well, they got an Halloween notification, and this is the trailer on YouTube, how many likes it has. 22,000 likes to 72,000 dislikes, with comments such as, "Rockstar never fails to disappoint us. I never expected to live in an era where Rockstar is hated," and it goes on and on. Just a lot of disappointment and a lot of anger with Rockstar Games, but to be fair, they have not promised anything, and I think it's just the fact that a lot of people are tired of waiting, and they're tired of Grand Theft Auto Online being the focus as it has been for the last decade, as many of they're wanting a new Grand Theft Auto, and I think that's understandable. But even myself, I decided to wait until that notorious Tuesday. We all knew a post was coming. A lot of us thought that maybe it would be GTA 6, but it wasn't. But this was my initial reaction to all of this specific post for Halloween. A moment that all of us have been waiting for years, some just endlessly speculating about, and it does appear that Grand Theft Auto 5 or Grand Theft Auto 6, its time is near. Let's see. And no. Anyway, the wait for Grand Theft Auto 6 continues, and as I've done in the past with Cyberpunk 2077 and Red Dead Redemption 2, I'm going to be covering everything. Obviously, I'm not going to have frequent uploads within every single day, but whenever news drops or something that you guys need to know, I'll make sure I have an upload about it. So yes, this is the beginning of covering Grand Theft Auto 6 on the channel, as I do feel like an announcement is coming, and my prediction has been that I personally feel that we're going to see something maybe in the early part of 2024. It could be maybe even February, maybe on that 2-year anniversary of their initial post. If you guys don't remember, back in 2022, I think it was, they had a post in which they said that the next Grand Theft Auto game is underway. Development is underway. It was a completely random post out of the middle of nowhere. Maybe right around that same time we finally get a GTA 6 announcement. But I could also see that announcement, that trailer, has an actual release date of later in the year. And I think that's maybe why they're changing things up this time. I think they've gotten tired of the delay history, the anger over the delays. And it's not just necessarily the public's frustration with these delays, but it's internally. As Rockstar wants these games out, they don't want to put a game out saying, like with Red Dead Redemption 2, it was supposed to release, I think, in like the fall of 2017, then that got pushed to spring of 2018, and then the fall of 2018. And I think Rockstar doesn't want to repeat that history. They want to change things up. So it could be that we see an announcement of maybe October 2024 as the release date for Grand Theft Auto 6. Again, we'll see if that actually happens, if that launch day actually hits, because there is some skepticism inside of Rockstar Games right now that this game is going to be ready for 2024. But again, we'll see what happens. Still seems to be a lot of development and a lot of work to go at Rockstar Games with getting this game to the state that they feel happy with revealing it. Now, for the last week or so, there's been just so many fake leaks. It really is hard to keep up with all of the nonsense. With this PC Games and article, GTA 6 Metacritic page suddenly appears, voice actor posts tease. This is absolutely nothing, and the tease from Michael is literally just him talking to random fans. This means nothing. And Metacritic is they're a third party. They have no relation to Rockstar Games. They literally probably were just launching the page because of history. And this is actually the statement that they gave. Metacritic has spoken exclusively to the website, saying GTA 6 has been in our central games database since July 2022, which means that it should have generated a page on Metacritic around that time. So it's not even a new thing. But again, the desperation, people are looking for any little shine of light to jump on. We also had somebody posting an Unreal Engine, again, as you can see the context on Twitter, it's an Unreal Engine demo. And yeah, a lot of people thought that this was actual GTA 6 development footage. I actually think it looks much worse than the leaked footage that we saw before. You can see the difference between Unreal Engine footage and Rage Engine footage, Rockstar's proprietary game engine, which I think actually looks much better in many regards to Unreal Engine. But yeah, this was definitely a fake, but it went around and got a lot of traction. Now, another big thing, I don't understand accounts like this. I've talked about this specific account before, but they're just posting any little thing that they find. Rockstar or Reddit user claims his wife works at Rockstar with proof and watched GTA 6's trailer early. I don't even need to go into how ridiculous this sounds, and obviously it was scheduled for next week. Well, it's already November, so obviously this was fake. We don't need to. But again, people trying to latch on any bit of hope. There also was, I believe, like an ESRB type age listing in Australia that some people jumped on. They thought that this was, oh my god, Grand Theft Auto 6 is about to be announced, but no, it was actually somebody faked it. And again, it's just unfortunate the lengths that so many people go to post fake nonsense with this game. Now, we did see a Rockstar Games developer. Interestingly, people found his profile and they started to have a lot of interest in his specific banner because it has like a bright pink on it. People thought that this was an indicator for Grand Theft Auto 6, but it's actually just something I think related to Breast Cancer Awareness Month. But regardless, this Rockstar employee totally deleted their LinkedIn profile after people started stalking it and started to spark conversation saying maybe this is the colorway for Grand Theft Auto 6. It's not. Again, people just need to calm down with some of this stuff, but I guess that's what we expect out of the GTA community, as it has been crazy for a very, very long time. What is interesting is one of the announcements that Rockstar Games made in the last week or so was something related to something that will be definitely a huge factor with Grand Theft Auto 6, and that is GTA Plus. As this VG247 article says, if you're excited about GTA 6, you better get used to GTA Plus, and Rockstar appears to be laying the groundwork to get more people to subscribe to GTA Plus ahead of GTA 6, as it adds in a couple more games for you to play. And this was one of the big recent announcements that Rockstar announced, that you can now play a couple of other classic GTA titles if you're subscribed: Liberty City Stories and Chinatown Wars. What is really unfortunate about GTA Plus is that it is going to be pushed with GTA 6. In what way, we don't exactly know. We definitely know it's going to play probably a big role with GTA Online with its updates and such. Rockstar's already been doing that with GTA Online in its current iteration. How they monetize it further with GTA 6 will be very interesting. There's always the hope that maybe one day we do get single player content, and I do have that fear that they're going to tie, maybe you played the DLC early if you have GTA Plus, and I just don't know how they're going to use it, but I know Rockstar really wants to double down on making GTA Plus, that recurrent consumer spending, work, and it's going to be focused with GTA 6, and it'll be very interesting how they get this working. I guess you could say it's actually more concerning than anything else. Now, one of the biggest news pieces that we actually found this week is a new patent. As Eurogamer outlines, GTA 6 has patented a new locomotion system to make highly dynamic and realistic animations. You'll see characters moving in ways that match the weather, their energy level, and their injuries. This is the innovation that I believe Rockstar Games has been really trying to make central to Grand Theft Auto 6's identity. You see some of this identity already in Red Dead Redemption 2. This is what separates from Rockstar Games from the rest of this industry and the other developers making open world games like this. It is the realism. It is the innovation in terms of the technology that they're utilizing. I look to Red Dead Redemption 2 often, just walking around, the environments, the clouds. It's just a feeling that you don't get in any other game. It's a unique feeling, and I know Rockstar Games definitely feels the need to replicate that feeling in a similar way with Grand Theft Auto 6. But as this patent revealed, Take-Two has now patent a new locomotive technology in order to ensure GTA 6 has highly dynamic and realistic animations. Now, this was found by a Reddit user. He noted that the name, one of the Rockstar developers, he was mentioned actually in the GTA 6 leaks, and after a little sleuthing, this Reddit user discovered that the employee worked at Rockstar between 2014 and late 2021, during which he specialized in AI/gameplay and animation at Rockstar. Interestingly, the employee is also the lead inventor and author of a patent called System and Method for virtual character locomotion, which they describe on their LinkedIn profiles regarding animated locomotion control based on some of the core technology they architectured and implemented at Rockstar Games. And again, we know that Rockstar Games, the entirety of the company, is really focused on one game right now, and that has been the way for the last couple of years, and that is Grand Theft Auto 6. So this definitely is related to this new installment. Based on the patent, it seems like they're using a clever system, this Reddit user says. They've built a library of small building blocks for character movements. These blocks could be combined in various ways to create a wide range of animations. For instance, think about a character in the game walking in the rain, feeling tired, or getting injured. Instead of designing separate animations for each of these situations, they use these building blocks to put together the character's movements naturally. This Reddit user believes that means that GTA 6 can have more diverse and lifelike animations, so that you'll see characters moving in ways that match the weather, their energy level, and the injuries, making the game feel more immersive. It's like having characters that can adapt to different situations, making the game world feel more real and thrilling, which is excellent. This is the perfection that I expect out of Rockstar Games, and it's encouraging to hear. In recent years, we've had other patents and leaks that have mentioned more realistic water animations. We've also heard of NPC movement being more realistic, police AI being overhauled to have a more dynamic system in place for players to feel like you're actually having a showdown with the cops. And there's also been some other leaks related to how vehicles react on the roadway. Grand Theft Auto 6 in many regards is going to take it to a new level, and that's why I think it has taken so long for Grand Theft Auto 6 in terms of its development cycle, because Rockstar knows that they need to knock this game out of the ballpark for it to be as relevant as Grand Theft Auto 5 has been for the last 10 years, and the amount of money and sales that it has made. This isn't something, that's why I think the development of Grand Theft Auto 6 is very different than any other game that Rockstar has made or any other developer has made. They have tons of pressure and they know they have to deliver in almost every single regard. Now, another very interesting aspect of Grand Theft Auto 6 that I overlooked and didn't quite get to mentioning in my last news video is related to some of the romance options. Now, we know Lucia and Jason are going to be the two center protagonists of the game. What's very interesting about it is their relationship. And there's been a lot of question marks in regards to how they'll be around each other. We know that they are some sort of couple. In the leaks, you could hear some of the dialogue, and there's an indicator with how they talk to each other that they are together. Now, what's been very interesting is that the GTA community has found some interesting tidbits about how this relationship may evolve over the course of the events of GTA 6. We know that they are a Bonnie and Clyde style duo. They're going to probably be doing heists all over the world, all over the map, maybe going motel to motel and stuff. Again, based on the leaks, that's pretty much the indicator that we get. They're going to be on the run. Maybe it's similar to Red Dead Redemption 2 in terms of camps and such. We'll have to see, but this was found by the GTA community as written in this comic book article. Last year, a very early build of GTA 6 leaked online, and to this end, a data miner over on the GTA 6 Reddit page claims that there are scripts scripts that point towards some type of romance system in the game between the aforementioned protagonists Jason and Lucia that players can impact, which in turn will impact other parts of the game. The event scripts in the leak suggest you can have either a passive or romantic relationship with each other. Jason and Lucia likely won't have to be together if you don't want them to be. In the events list, certain missions will be completed with a either cool, pragmatic, or romantic relationship with the two characters. This heavily implies that a romance between the two isn't required if you don't want it for whatever reason. And I do think that this is Rockstar leaning into some of that. I think we saw some of that within Red Dead Redemption 2, in which the way you play the game, it impacts the way that the game evolves, the choices that you can make later on. And I think that this is more related to gameplay rather than like dialogue options that you would see in other RPGs and such. I think this is more related to how we handle missions and how we involve the pair. And yeah, it does appear that there's going to be a romantic angle that we can lean into, and then there's other options, which maybe that impacts how the game's endings are. Within Red Dead Redemption 2, I think a lot of people may remember this, but we have the wolf and then we also have the buck, or the type of deer, and that really represents Arthur's personality. Maybe we have something like that in terms of the romance between these two characters in Grand Theft Auto 6, and I'm not exactly sure how that would work, but it definitely is very interesting. Now, moving along, we did have this reveal coming from Tez2, a known Grand Theft Auto 6 insider. He revealed this development delay. This is actually related to the PC version. He took to the GTA forum saying, "I've heard from various sources that the devs expect the 6 PC release to happen after, citing more time needed. A year ago, I would have been optimistic as you in regards to a day one release for the PC version, but hopefully it's a delay of a few months. We'll see what happens. Rockstar Games loves their console releases, and then who knows how long it takes for a PC release. Hell, Red Dead Redemption still has never gotten that, a game that really redefined this industry in many regards, especially the open world genre, and even got a real release, new version just a couple of months ago, and yeah, for some reason we didn't get a PC release with that. But Rockstar Games PC release is just something that it doesn't ever happen day one. We'll see what happens in the future, but a delay for Grand Theft Auto 6, not entirely really that surprising. Now, last but not least, we actually have a former Rockstar developer who talked about some of his hopes with Grand Theft Auto 6. This specific developer, Tony Golland, worked on Liberty City Stories, Vice City Stories, Chinatown Wars, and Red Dead Redemption, and he spoke to PC Games End, and he talked about Grand Theft Auto. He said, "In terms of what I'm hoping for, I personally would like to bring in a little bit in terms of size of the world. I think a smaller but more densely packed location would maybe bring back some of that memorable navigation that I love from the original." And I think that's exactly what you kind of get from some of the early leaks that we already talked about in many different videos. It definitely feels like Rockstar Games didn't want to have this explosive, massive world, like having tons of parts, different parts of North America and South America. They reined in some of the ambition to have a, I guess you could say, a vast region of Vice City and its surroundings. Seems like we're going to have some parts of maybe Louisiana, maybe parts of Georgia, we'll see. But I definitely think we're going to have some variety in terms of the regions and the exploration that we can have within the open world. Something that's similar to Red Dead Redemption 2. I don't know if we're going to like have, you know, snowy mountain ranges and stuff like that, but I definitely feel like there's going to be a lot of chances to just run around the open world and enjoy the exploration, something that I really do enjoy in Red Dead Redemption 2. And I really, again, I'm just hoping that they lean into that aspect with GTA 6 and everything that we've seen so far from the leaks and even some of the official stuff that we've found. It definitely feels like that's going to be a focus with GTA 6. But anyway, the wait continues for this new installment. Right now, it seems like a lot of people are extremely disappointed that there has not been an announcement. The next big thing that a lot of people are waiting on is a new investor call from Take-Two Interactive. That's going to be happening, I believe, around November 8th. I'm not expecting really any bombshell reveals from that. There's never going to be a, hey, GTA 6 is announced or it's coming this day from that investor call. It's more related to, again, investors talking about sales numbers and stuff. And they're probably just going to reiterate their hope of $8 billion for the next fiscal year, which would indicate that Grand Theft Auto 6 is still set to launch during that release window. But again, things can change, and that's really what a lot of us are waiting on. And again, my personal expectation is that we're going to see an announcement probably in the beginning part of 2024. But let me know what you guys' thoughts are on all of this. Again, I am going to be covering this just like I did Cyberpunk and Red Dead Redemption 2, so make sure you are subscribed to the channel. Leave your thoughts down in the comment section below. But thank you for watching, and I shall see you later.